Hello. Yeah, I'm actually in my bedroom, which is kind of a console graveyard of sorts. We've got the Switch over there that I hardly ever use, and we have an Xbox One S and an Xbox One. The reason I've got these two consoles side by side will make more sense once I show you the pickups, and in particular one game that was the reason to pull out the OG monster over there. So yeah, these are pickups from before Christmas, from when I got my Series X, which is downstairs. I should have probably done the video downstairs because I've got a new TV as well. Some like Samsung 65-inch, 120 hertz refresh rate thing. Yep, definitely ready for the current gen now, I guess you should call it. So yeah, let's get to these. Yeah, like I say, some of these were when I picked up the console, some are games that I picked up after for whatever reason, and then we have the whole Christmas thing going on. So yeah, without further ado, should also mention, as you'll notice, they're all Xbox family games, not as in family friendly, but as in they're all in green boxes. And the first one is FIFA 09 because I was doing the old spend of Christmas money, had like £1 left or something, and that was all I could get. And the same again, I had £1 left, so I got FIFA 10. Wayne Rooney all over that shit. And just to prove I'm not some kind of tramp who plays like FIFA 10, I have FIFA 21. It's literally just bulking out my game collection there, really. Also picked up, the reason I got this was I did one of those ONS surveys. Well, I've done two ONS surveys, and the second one was for a £15 voucher. The first one was a £25 voucher. The first one, the second one, I think I picked this up with that money. It must have been 15 quid. So yeah, I've never played Bayonetta. I've played a little bit of Vanquish. I know people rave on about Vanquish as some sort of like hidden gem sort of thing. Bayonetta, I hear is overrated, but that's still in the shrink wrap, so not played that. So Cyberpunk 2077. So obviously I'm playing this on the Series X, where you've got kind of the performance and the quality modes. Shitload of bugs in the game, obviously, as you'll know. And the reason why I pulled this behemoth out was because I basically put it in offline mode and then installed Cyberpunk on this just to get the worst possible experience, just to see how bad it was. And it's pretty bad. You walk across the room and then an NPC's face will load in like 10 seconds later. It's absolutely atrocious. So yeah, no day one patch or anything, but I've just commented I've just replied on a comment on one of my other videos, and although the game is an absolute shit show, it is 2 discs, and I can verify you don't need the internet to play the game. This, you know, it's been put in offline mode and been installed off the 2 discs, and there is a game on there. It might be a complete and utter shit show, but there are some games I played recently. I think NBA 2K21 was one of them on the Series X, where there's basically just like a demo that you can play whilst the rest of the game is downloading, sort of thing. Yeah, it's garbage. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that goes back to the ONS surveys. The first one that I did, I got the £25 voucher. I did pre-order this, then when I saw some of the ridiculous bugs in it, enemies running around and shit, I cancelled the pre-order. And then when I got that £25 voucher, decided to get it again. NBA 2K21, that was the game that I got, not with the Series X, but I ordered it. It came at about 9 o'clock the same day that I got my Series X. That was annoying. 9 p.m. I mean. But yeah, I'm a fan of the NBA 2K games, I guess. People moan about microtransactions. I don't play online, and to be honest, it doesn't really affect anything if you don't play online. Been playing the My Team, mostly Triple Threat. I got like going on for 200 player cards collected now, so yeah, you don't need to spend money to play the bloody game. Idiots moaning that get beat online. I don't care. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Yeah, this was it was played all right the first playthrough, and then when I went back to play on Veteran, the first time I played it, there was quite a few crashes. Don't get me wrong, but the second time I went to play it, it's like there was levels that you literally would just crash at the exact same point. I went back to it the other night, which is a couple of months later, and it doesn't crash, but for some reason it gets to a point in the game where it starts running at about 15 frames a second. So I don't know what the bugs are or what's going on with it. I haven't even really bothered with the multiplayer because it just seemed like garbage, to be honest. Dirt 5, got a good deal on it. That's about it. Not really much to say. I'm not a fan of these games where it's all, land rush, just stupid 4x4s, Paris Dakar type vehicles racing and things. Just not a fan. Just give me a rally game, and it's just and there's hardly any rally in the game, but you've got a rally car on the front, and also there was quite a lot of Dirt 4 was like solo rally stages. So I mean, I don't know whether the EA buy-in Codemasters have gone through or not, but fucking sort this series game out. It's fucking garbage. Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, sort of started playing the story mode, and to be honest, it's just really bloated and unnecessary in my opinion. I just want to play the game and maybe a short story mode, but it just gets ridiculous. And the sound mixing on it through my surround system, it's just absolutely rattling the walls. Mortal Kombat, I just think, I don't know, like the moves in it have got no relation to the originals from the 90s. When I say the moves, I mean the button presses to pull off the specials and things like that. And it just seems like every time a new Mortal Kombat comes out, it is a new Mortal Kombat, and you have to completely relearn all the moves and everything. It gets kind of annoying. You don't really get that with games like Tekken and Street Fighter, so it just annoys me, to be honest. Monster Energy Supercross 3. It's pretty much the same as the first and the second game. However, they do the physics are more refined. There's less ridiculous bits where you'll crash into a little foam padding thing and then you'll do like 6 front flips. There's less of that. There's still some of it, but it seems they're refining the physics as they go along. This is Milestone. I think they do the MX games as well. Whatever. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, if you're ever a fan of the first and second game, definitely pick it up if you can get it for a reasonable price. I probably paid about 18 quid for that. Mixes in all the soundtracks, so I don't know whether it's all there and complete, but there's definitely a lot of the original tracks and then some new ones, and it's all mixed in across the two games. So they've done a good job of kind of combining the two games together in one package. Need for Speed, I've actually completed this before on the Xbox One when I used to have EA Access, but I just wanted a physical copy of it, I guess. It's like, yeah, bro, yeah, we're cool, fucking energy drinks, yeah. Pretty much sums that game up. Shenmue 1 and 2, because I'm a big Shenmue fan. And I don't actually, I sold my copy of the first one on the Dreamcast years ago. I don't even know whether I'll even ever stick that in a console, but just thought it'd be nice to have if ever I'd I'm just dying for some Shenmue. Another game series I'm a big fan of, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. No, well, Deus Ex, sorry. Yeah, I've completed this on the PS3. PS3, PS4, and also all the DLC as well. So I just thought it's one of those games, I'll play through it again eventually. And I just, now I've pretty much got rid of my PS4's not connected downstairs to anything. It's just in the cupboard. So there's not a lot of PlayStation action going on down there at the minute. I am going to get a PS5 eventually, obviously. But until I get that, there's just no PlayStation. Especially with the TV and the 4K 120Hz, all that shit going on. Don't want to stick a shitty PS4 in there. Resident Evil 3. Enjoyed 2. Resident Evil 2, the remake. Played the original on the Dreamcast. Kind of enjoyed it, although it was very easy. Need for Speed Rivals, one of the first games I got when I first got PS4. I'm not a big fan of the game, to be honest, but it was just a few quid. Game I do think is kind of underrated in a way. Homefront: The Revolution. Now, I think this has unlocked frame rate, and when this first came out, I remember like playing it before the patch had finished downloading, and it played like a fucking slideshow, but like the graphics, the lighting and everything were awesome. So theoretically, the Series X, there is a Xbox One X patch for this, which takes it up to 4K, but I'm more interested in playing it on the Series X with the internet disabled so it doesn't update itself, and then playing it how it was originally intended to look, but with the 60 frames per second, because it's got an unlocked frame rate. So yeah, it's a guilty pleasure, that one. It's kind of a turd of a game, but it's like cool at the same time. I don't know. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year edition, so I went for the one with all the DLC. I don't have a physical copy of that. I have it digitally on the PS4, so I just thought I'd get a digital physical copy of it, and obviously we have the enhancements of the Series Xbox One X version. I believe it's enhanced, and obviously I'll be playing it on the Series X now, so it'll be even better. And we've got those, we've got the SSD to sort out those shitty load times when travelling around the map, fast travelling and all that. Fallout 76. During the summer, I had one of those like £1, I guess you could call it, a trial of Game Pass. They pop up every so often. I don't think Game Pass would provide me with any value. I have most of the games on it, so yeah. So picked up Fallout 76, started playing it on Game Pass, like I say before. Actually enjoyed it. I think they've added a lot to the game and things. There wasn't really a story mode or anything to begin with on day one, but now it is a lot better, and for me somewhat enjoyable. If you like Fallout 4, you might actually enjoy this one if you visit it now. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I'll get to it. It's got is it John Bernthal who's in that? And I can't stand the guy, he's a terrible actor. Resident Evil 2, I pirated it on the PC, downloaded it from like Pirate Bay or whatever, and played it. Enjoyed it. Didn't have a physical copy of it on a console, so I picked that up. One I've wanted for a while, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I believe isn't it the BlazBlue developers? I can't see, it just says like Bandai Namco, but that would be because Bandai Namco own the Dragon Ball FighterZ property as far as I'm aware, or they own the rights to the games. Jedi Fallen Order, I've not actually heard good things about this. People have who are actually like Star Wars fans have said that it's shit. So I don't know. Battlefield 5, I thought it would probably play quite well on the Series X. It does have an Xbox One X enhanced version, but it goes for 60 frames a second rather than kind of image clarity. So it's like when you crouch, just crouching, you can see the textures properly pop in. And I don't mean like you crouch and then they're loading and then you go up and then you go back down and then they're still there, like they go and then they go every time you crouch and stand up. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to talk too much about Ghost Recon Breakpoint, whatever it's called, because I got Wildlands started playing this yesterday for the first time. It's actually a really fun game. It feels basically like a mashup of like Far Cry and The Division. One thing that is annoying though, it seems to be locked. I want to say it's locked to 30 frames a second, but to be honest, it feels like more like 25 frames a second. So kind of annoying when you're playing it on a Series X and you've got the horsepower to just smash something like that out at 60 frames a second. But it is what it is. It's a fun game. I'll give it that. That's about it. And Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection, so Assassin's Creed 2 and the two kind of, I'll call them standalone DLCs, but they are more like full games. Played those all on the original 360, I think. Might have played, I don't know. I played them spread across the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Very fun games. I prefer these to Valhalla type, to the RPG type games. The problem with these newer Assassin's Creed games is the what was it? Origins started out at like a 30-hour game, and then the next one was like a 50-hour game. This one's like an 80-hour game minimum. Nobody wants to be playing Assassin's Creed for that long. Do you know what I mean? I do like long games, but to be honest, I think 20, 30 hours is enough for a sort of main quest. If you want to put a load of shitty fucking side missions in and finding chests full of loot, then let people do that if they want to do it. I just want to play it for like 20 hours maximum, and then if I don't like the game, I won't go back to it. If it's a really good game, then I'll go back and do the side missions. I don't want to play 80 hours of your fucking mediocre copy and paste game. So yeah, there's a rant. So yeah, they are the pickups that I've made in the last few months. There's probably other stuff that I've picked up that I haven't mentioned here, but maybe I'll do that in another video further along the line. I'm doing like 4 videos a year at the minute, because I don't really care about YouTube, but that's another story. Just thought I'd do this and then I can put all my games away and sort my game room out and my life out. Thank you very much. I'm off to drink some beer.